All right, answers to Math 7, Chapter 1 review, F3A. Here we go. So on this one, I have to divide $5.49 by 24. You may use a calculator on your test. Yes. The lowest unit rate is 40 ounces, has the lowest unit rate. In number 2, I will be getting to the problem. On the first one, yes, I divided. Amount saved per month. So question 2, the graph shows the savings. What does the slope of each line represent? The amount saved per month, dollars over month. In this one, Kyle has saved more than Mia because his line is steeper. That would be, but they did not ask that on that particular question. Okay, I'm going to put for number 3, kilometers over the fraction. So 15 kilometers is 3/5 of the race. This is the race, I guess. We want to know how many kilometers the full race was. So in this one, I would do my cross products. I would have 3/5 times x equals 15 times 1, which is 15. Any questions on what I did there? Now I'm going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 3/5 to solve for x. I'm going to multiply both sides by 5/3. And now x will equal 25. The answer, 25 kilometers for the full race. Sign out, please. That's number 3, is 25 kilometers is the full race. Now, in problem number 4, is the cost of water proportional to the number sold? All right, so on this problem here, the answer is going to be no. How do I know that? Well, I didn't know it until you do this. 6 bottles over $4. The unit rate for that is 1.5 for 1. If you do 18 bottles for $10, your unit rate is 1.8. So rates are not equivalent. Unit rates not equivalent. Any questions? All right, let's go on to number 5. These are cross product problems on your test tomorrow when they are like this. You just do your cross product. You will have 13 times 6/10 equals 0.5 times k. Any questions on how I came up with that? It's the cross products. Now, I'm going to divide both sides by 5/10, so I have k all by itself.
Don't you get times 13?
You can, but I'm just saving space on here. So you could take 13 times 0.6 and then divide by 0.5, but I'm skipping this step because I think you can handle it. So on your calculator, since you're using calculators, 13 times 0.6 divided by 0.5 equals 15.6. So 15.6 equals K. Now I'm going to do number 6 over here. I'm going to do 4 times J equals 16 times 18.2. All right, now I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And you're going to end up with J equals, I'm going to simplify before I multiply here. 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 16 4 times. That way I don't have to divide at the end. 18 and 2/10 times 4 equals 72 and 8/10. So 72 and 8/10 equals J. Any questions on how to do those problems?
No, that makes sense.
Now, number 7, I'm going to show it over here. Just didn't have enough room. In number 7, I'm going to cross multiply. I will have 3 times V equals 6.5 times 11.7. I'm going to divide both sides by 3. And now I have V equals, I'm just going to multiply and divide, 6.5 times 11.7 equals 76.05 divided by 3 gives you 25 and 35 hundredths.
Close on 21.
Pardon me?
I was that close on 21.
Well, that's good. 25 and 35 hundredths. Any questions? Number 8. When diving, a hummingbird can reach a speed of 40 miles per hour. What is this speed in feet per second? Round to the nearest hundredth if necessary. All right. 40 miles in 1 hour. And we want to end up with feet per second. Feet over second. Okay? So I want feet per second. Well, I have to change both of them, don't I? Neither one's feet, neither one's second. So let's get rid of the miles first. Miles on bottom, that cancels out. I want feet, so I put feet on top. 1 mile, 5,280 feet. Now, I have to change hours to seconds. So I'm going to put it up on top so it cancels out, and seconds on bottom. You know that 1 hour equals how many seconds, kids? 3,600. All right, you get point. If you have this and your answer's wrong, you get more than half your points. So, to get the answer, you're going to take 40 times 5,280. That equals 211,200. Divide it by 3,600. And you get 58.6 repeating. 58.6 repeating feet in 1 second. Round to the nearest hundredth. So, 58.6666, it keeps on going, to the hundredths place, tenths, hundredths. That 6 turns that one to a 7. So it'll be 58 and 67 hundredths feet per second. Any questions on that? Yes. Well, since the directions say to the nearest hundredth, I had to round it to the hundredths, okay? Because the directions, always go back and make sure you answer what the directions say. Any questions on this side? Everyone can do a good job on this side. All right, let's go to the next one. Number 9. find the rate of change from the table. Okay, so time and temperatures. So we want temperatures over hours. Temperature 75. What is the rate of change? So here it will go up 5 over 2. So it goes up 5, and here it goes up 2. So the rate of change is not the unit rate, it's the rate that it changes. So 5 over 2 equals 2.5 degrees. The rate of change is 2.5 degrees per hour. This is the temperature, I assume, per hour. Per hour. All right, it didn't say that it was per hour. I think so too. That should say per hour. Yeah, this would be hours, and that's temperature. There is a typo on that. Does the graph show a proportional relationship? Yes, this is easy. It's a straight line, and what else? It goes through the origin. And what is the origin? 0, 0. Any questions on that? Good. So this was 2.5 per hour. This is yes, and there's the explanation. Number 11. If the Ramirez family 3 days to travel, if it takes them 3 days to travel 1,560 miles, how many days will it take them to travel 3,640? Well, days over miles. Days over miles. I'm going to set up a proportion. So 3 days, 1,560. How many days in 3,640? All right, cross multiply and divide. You will end up with 1,560 times x equals 3 times 3,640. Divide both sides by 1,560. And you end up with the answer of x equals, you multiply and divide, and you actually get 7 days. Once again, you will want to have a calculator for tomorrow. Show this work. You can use a calculator. 7 days. Any questions on that? You could have found your unit rate, 1,560 divided by 3, and then divide that by whatever your amount was, and that would give you, your unit rate that way. Number 12, or give you your amount of days that way. Janelle can get a 24-pack of bottled water for $6.80. How much would Janelle have to pay for a 12-pack of bottled water if the ratios are proportional? Well, this one is just going to be half. You can do that one in your head. But if you have $6.80 over 24, that equals what over 12? Set it up and all I have to do is divide by 2, and x equals $3.40. Now, if you do it in your head, you still have to show me your proportion. Do not just write down an answer. Show me some work for every problem. And, well, on the one where it says yes, but you still have to explain the definition. Number 13. Find y when x equals 9 if y varies directly as the square of x, and y equals 245 when x equals 7. Let me double check what this is saying.
What?
Yeah.
We had those on.
Okay, so here we have this. We have this x and a y. We're trying to find out this. What's confusing is this. Varies directly as the square of x and y. I don't know why the square of x is in there, but y varies directly. So we know that y equals kx, the constant of proportionality. Remember that formula? So if y is 245 equals k times 7. To figure out what k is, divide both sides by 7, and we know that our k is going to be 35. All right, now, if x is 9, what is y? So you're going to, in this formula here, you're going to say y equals 35 times 9, because it tells you x is 9. And then you can figure out, well, y equals 35 times 9 is 315. So the answer is 315 for number 13 on that problem. Okay. I really don't know. The square of x was just very confusing, so we'll just keep it simple. I'll make sure that the square is not in there. Yes?
I forgot to simplify what k was.
Which one?
I forgot to simplify what k was, so you have to simplify.
Well, the best way on these is to simplify what, oh, you just kept it as an improper fraction. Yeah, you can. With the calculator, you can. Okay, in number 14, Jamie and Ryan work at the grocery store. The wages earned for the weekend are shown in the table and graph. Who gets paid more per hour? Okay, well, Ryan gets paid, let's see, so it's 7.5, it's a little bit more, it's probably about $7 for 1 hour per hour. And here, 24 divided by 3 equals $8 per hour. Well, we know for sure that is not 8. So Jamie gets paid more on this one, because this is about 7.5, and you can see where that is 8. So Jamie is paid more. Why? Because Ryan's wage is about $7 per hour. Jamie's wage is $8 per hour. Something like that for the explanation. Any questions? Okay. Make sure you watch the video over the review 2A. That was what you were supposed to watch on Friday when I was not there. Any questions on the problems here when you look at the front page 1 through 6? Any questions? Or on the back 7 to 12? Okay.